Destiny lies at the feet of the Kickers as they enter City Stadium tonight. A win and they will be playing in their first league final since 2010. The Chattanooga Red Wolves stand in their way, ready to spoil the party in tonight's match presented by CBS 6. I'm Chris McCovic, happy to welcome you in again to City Stadium in Richmond, Virginia. Final day of the regular season here in 2020 for USL League 1. Well, let's take a look at our standings entering this final day. Greenville the win earlier today. They're already into the final, but now it falls upon Richmond, Omaha, North Texas. Who will make it through? Richmond, a simple road ahead. A win in these 90 minutes, and they are into the final to take on Greenville for a third time this season. But for Richmond, it's been sort of a struggle towards the end of this season into the final match here today. There are only 2 wins in their last 5 coming against Orlando City B. Losses in there against New England, North Texas, and Tormenta last Saturday. And they'll be looking again to get right back where they were earlier this season. Had a great run of form until these last 5. And now have to get back in there, and we'll see a few changes to the lineup that may lend itself to that here today as we move ahead in our coverage. Well, for the Richmond Kickers today, a couple of players to watch for you presented by CBS 6. Matt Bulldog, so important to the offense this season. He's been at right back a bit of late. He's second in created chances overall on the team with 17. Third in created chances is Mwape with 13. Had a great goal against OCB on Wednesday. We'll see if he can build from that. These two, the wingers in today's action, and they'll be needed to get some goals into the net. Well, here's a look at the pathway to the final for the Richmond Kickers. Pretty simple, a win and they are in, a draw or a loss as well. That opens things up for Union Omaha and North Texas, of course. Either way, they need at least a draw today to really have a great chance. A loss really puts things in play for the Owls and the defending champions. 3 points on the minds of the Kickers here today. Well, the last matchup between these two, all the way back win on September 12th. And it was a victory for Chattanooga. They came back in the second half, though. Early on, 13th minute, it's Terzaghi putting it in. That was the only shot on target for Richmond on the day. Dietrich getting a goal in the second half, and then paired with it a winner late in stoppage time by Beatty. 2-1 to the Red Wolves. And Jimmy Obleda, the head coach of Chattanooga, saying that Marky Hernandez was explosive off the bench, so look for that again today. He's in the 18 on the bench for them. He had 2 assists in that second half. The goal scorer this season for Chattanooga has been Greg Hurst, CBS 6 player to watch for Chattanooga today. 5 goals before he hit that injury spell. He hasn't scored from the run of play since August 22nd against Tormenta. Scored in the last 2, but both PKs. We'll see if he can come up big today and play spoiler for the Red Wolves. Simple today, 3 points, and they're into the final for the Richmond Kickers. Well, the Red Wolves, let's say they have other thoughts. The action coming up next here on ESPN+.
You are the center of a universe. That's what we've learned in 160 years serving our community. Everybody means the world to someone. So when you're in here, or if someday you find yourself in here, and when all you can think about is the world that revolves around you, we'll be a world that revolves around you too. Bon Secours, healthcare for the universe of you.
Has been moving in a way that nothing else people have ever known. There isn't any real need to change things just for the sake of changing.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
With many of us working from home and driving less, isn't it time car insurance companies offer a discount for that? At Elephant Insurance, we do. Elephant's new work from home discount is simple. The more days you work from home, the bigger your discount. Elephant's easy online tools show you ways to save, helping you find dependable coverage that fits your needs. That's insurance on your terms. See how much you can save with Elephant's new work-from-home discount. Get a quote today at elephant.com.
Here today as we move ahead in our coverage. Well, for the Richmond. Presented by Rybeck Insurance. Let's take a look at our starting 11s, presented by Absolute Stone Design, as Daniel Chesky and the officials come out onto the pitch. Taking a look at the Richmond starting 11, and most notably, no McGall-Hayes. First time not in the starting 11 since match 2 against Tormenta at the end of July. Venter and Aquay in there, the two they had play against Greenville in match day 1 for Richmond this season. Chattanooga on the other side, starting 11. Ruiz up there among the forwards outside of his fullback spot. Fola and Ramos back there as center backs as Chattanooga continues to fight those injury concerns this season. Zacharias, though, back out there to start things off at center forward today as we begin our action here from City Stadium.
Any spectator entering the field or interrupting play in any manner shall be ejected.
Chattanooga and Richmond for the second time this season. We're off and running here from City Stadium. But first, a moment of unity between these two sides. And now we are off and rolling with the service down the field. Richmond, simple here today. 3 points after 90 minutes, and they will head to League One final. It would be their first appearance in a league final since 2010, since the USL Second Division days. They'd be looking for the first title since 2009. Chattanooga, other thoughts, of course. Their playoff hopes coming to an end last week. Now trying to play spoiler against Richmond. Richmond, they can get through even with a loss today, but of course, then they're relying on results from Union Omaha, North Texas going their way. Those teams not kicking off until later tonight. And we saw in our starting 11s presented by Absolute Stone Design some changes in there for Darren Sawatsky. This ball over the top and into the arms of Mangles. Luke Pavone at right back in the lineup card we received. And Gianluca Cuomo up top in the holding striker role, false nine, I guess you could say. And Matt Bolduc up on the wing, and that's where he's been so successful this season. 1 goal, 3 assists, serving it up at times for Terzaghi, who's on the bench today. He was out for the match against Orlando on Wednesday. So good to see him back out there despite McGall-Hayes being out. Let's take a look at our keys to the game. Presented by Draper Aiden, our blueprint of the match. Unity for the Richmond Kickers. Darren Sawatsky said to us that he feels they will head to the final with a performance that shows they can come together through adversity, get it done like they have all season with their consistency, continuity as a side. On the other side for Jimmy Blade, he said the real difference maker was one man against Richmond in the second half, coming off the bench in the 53rd minute. Marky Hernandez, 2 assists. And he was explosive off the bench, added something different to his side in that match. So, explosivity, I guess you could say, for Chattanooga, trying to take advantage of a different look at backline for the Kickers as we are into the 3rd minute. Ball lofted in and out of play past Ramos, who we have seen score this season. A bit of a banger at Gillette Stadium. Fitzgerald in the back, and he'll take this one. Again, the Richmond Kickers, 2-3 in their last 5. Not the ideal end to the season. They've dealt with some injuries down the line, just like many of the squads here in USL League One. Chattanooga will be first to tell you about that. Missing the likes of Stephen Beatty today, again, unfortunately for them, and a couple of other key names as well. Richmond, luckily for them, they faced the team at the bottom of the table, Orlando City B, twice, so they got 2 wins out of that. Continue their final hopes, and they're still in control here on the final day despite everything. That's all that matters. Keeping that winning mentality. Here's Mwape, had a great goal against OCB on Wednesday. Through ball up ahead. Zacharias pokes it forward. Venter there. He'll keep it away from the forward to Mwape. And that's one thing to keep in mind with this Chattanooga press. Ricky Ruiz, so good intercepting the ball, and he did it right there on the press, and that one, a pretty clear foul on Uzo, the former Riverhound over in Pittsburgh. That's center back. Their last match against Madison with a couple players out in the back line. Ramos is back today, as you see him make the tackle there on Bolduc. The absolute stone design replay. You talk about not a good sign early on. Matt Bolduc is down. Again, second on the team in created chances this season with 17, his 14th start. He's back on his feet and hopefully just getting the air knocked out of him. Sellout here at City Stadium in a limited capacity, of course. Great evening for soccer as fall weather really kicks in here, end of October. Daniel Chesky, our head official for tonight's action. Here's Cuomo. Zacharias already a good start at the number 9 slot. Here comes Chattanooga. Hurst the back heel. Always keep an eye on Dietrich, number 21, the loanee from Nashville SC. And his late runs into the box. He's had a few goals from that, including one against Richmond. Akwe lets it go out of play. Akwe's been the man moving around a bit in this back line for Richmond. He was at right back. Sawaski praised his performance to us against Orlando City B. He started the season at center back with Venter out against Greenville in the first match of the season for Richmond, a 3-2 loss on the road. And then after that, kind of saw his role switch, more of the backup center back in the rotation on the bench after being a starter last year, All-League second team. It was McGaulhays that really stepped up and took the role this year. He's out today. Did go down late in the match against Orlando City B. Didn't sound too serious from Darren Sawatsky on the call this week, but he is out. Long ball towards Uzo is out of play. Goal kick over to Fitzgerald. That's where some of this trouble started. Continuity, consistency, something that Darren Sawatsky has preached about his squad this season, and that was something that was a mishap when Ian Antley went down. He has been out since then. The match against Omaha, the last one for him. And talking to Jimmy Obleda, the head coach of Chattanooga this week, saying that definitely someone that added a bite and a good personality to the Richmond lineup, and it's just a hole that they have been missing, a key part of the team, like would be any starter for any team. He said in regards to Antley that defending is a lost art, and something that Antley definitely brought out and made him a staple to Richmond. There's Quisele making another start this season. Thompson at left back, Virginia graduate, over the top end to Mangles. Mangles now 27 saves this season. They're leading League One in that category last year. Through ball, Mwape coming back. Not that far away though, Ruiz in there. Lofted in, good look, parried away by Fitzgerald. Hurst was wide open, the flag didn't come, and Fitzgerald was there. Again, Hurst hasn't scored from the run of play since August 22nd against Tormenta. Let's see what happened. They wanted the offsides trap, didn't come, and luckily it was Fitzgerald that got the stop. Hurst a bit unlucky with these 1v1s against keepers lately. Had an opportunity against Brady, who made the kick save for Madison last Saturday. But already, Fitzgerald standing on his head, sporting the 44 saves this season in his 15 starts. Ramos, foul called. This is brought back a bit. Chattanooga on the road this season, 1-2-3. Richmond at home, bit of a fortress here at City Stadium, 5-2-0. Minnesota swings us around. Uzo making his second straight start. Back for a throw in here in the 10th. Here's Luke Pavone at the right back slot today. We've seen him multiple roles this season. Center at forward mostly where he's been as a hold-up striker. Terzaghi playing just under him. Sawatsky has said this year, early on didn't have that number 9 that stepped up. Stanley Alves was going to be in the mix, and he went down with an injury in the preseason just before the opener in July. Now he's back in the fold. Olex Anderson as well showed his speed off the bench against Orlando City B, one of the players that Sawatsky knows from his time with the Sounders. Some more options there. But what Pavone does do by playing right back is move Bolduc forward. Bolduc experienced as a right wing back in a back 3 or 5, whatever you want to call it. This ball falls free towards Ruiz, picked up by Fitzgerald. Here's Akwe stepping up. The Ghanaian. Good turn, Quaselli there, moves it wide. Here's Thompson, fires it over. Now to play. Poked away, out of play, and this will be a goal kick. Wape's still down after the contact. We'll see if he's okay. He's come up big last couple of matches. A goal and an assist now. This is his 8th start. Good, back on his feet. Here for the goal kick. He's taking a look at what happened on the Absolute Stone Design replay. Looking for the foul against Ramos. Uzo, nice layoff to Hurst. Ball squirting free, but it is Quaselli. Now Thompson left side. Good ball here, but it does find its way out of play, throwing Chattanooga. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Quaselli poking that Select ball free. Throw in up the field for Chattanooga. Here's Ricketts. Uzo left side. Zacharias out of play. It's a goal kick. This Richmond Kickers game is sponsored in part by Atlantic Union Bank. If you're ready to bank better, visit AtlanticUnionBank.com or a branch today. Member FDIC. Fitzgerald getting set for the kick downfield. Richmond now, at this point in the season, 1.4 goals per game, second in the league. Whole pack of League One teams in the mix there around that point, with North Texas by far leading the charge, 1.7-ish. Looking a little bit like last year as they hope for the Owls and the Kickers to slip up a bit today, allow them a chance to sneak in for a final rematch from 2019. Here's Cuomo, lays it off. Doyle steps up, out of play by the scorer's table. See Ruiz going for the interception right there. Leads Chattanooga in that category this season with 38. Next closest player to him, Ricketts, with 27. Cuomo plays it ahead, knocked back by Kraft. Chattanooga forcing Richmond to play quickly here. Thompson. Wape. Harmlessly there, falling out of play. Goal kick to Mangles. 16th minute of action. Richmond and Chattanooga doing battle. I like to say it's simple for the Kickers. They win and they are in, but obviously has to offer a whole different mentality and something on your mind with the emotions. What it could mean to find that win today. Chattanooga in the discussion all season, just falling up a bit short. Darren Sawatsky, head coach of Richmond, has done a remarkable job this year in 2020. Richmond, a lot of members of the media, people around League One, did not have them in the discussion at this point for a final spot in year one, albeit for Sawatsky coming over from FC Tucson, but he's done an incredible job assembling this group, some new faces, along with some faces of old from last year's squad. It would be really amazing if they end up finding that berth into the final. Here's Mwape, pressure on Mangles. Cleared up into the night. Just the one shot by Greg Hurst so far in tonight's action. Point blank at Fitzgerald. It was saved, of course. Nothing yet for Richmond. They're 18 minutes in. They struggled with the Chattanooga press last time in their quick movement to get chances off. They had 4 shots in the previous meeting, just the 1 on target, and it was a goal by Terzaghi. One of those classic runs by Bulldog down the wing, laying it off to the Golden Boot leader entering the final match day. Chattanooga, they do allow 1.14 goals per game, but one of the teams that allow the fewest chances. About 3 shots on goal per game. You have to take your chances against them. There will be few in quantity. Here comes Chattanooga. They like to build out of the wing. Let's see what they can do here. And a missed opportunity. Pass Zacharias. Hurst. Can't find Ruiz. Back to Fitzgerald. His former club, the Rowdies, in action tonight in the USL Championship Eastern Conference Final. Tampa Bay against Louisville. Possession continues with the Red Wolves. Soto winning it back, has won the captain's armband as well this year for Chattanooga. Drops as a 6, but he can really distribute from the back. Has a couple of assists this year. Now it's Dietrich in the back. Vasselli up a bit more. Now Thompson will take it on back. Flicked ahead, bit too close to Aquay. He'll have this one, and Fitzgerald will clear. Again, Mwape comes up with the pressure, can't find the interception, no. Good ball over the top, headed away. Vasselli. That's a pass back, has to kick it away, falls to Hurst. Hurst thinking about the strike, take it down. Falk, now Dietrich out wide. Ruiz, Dietrich end line, goes out of play. Goal kick. Tense situation for the kicker's defense. There's Jimmy Obleda on the other side. Chattanooga head coach also in his first season, coming into USL League One. His job remarkable because the injury trouble they have faced in this unique year of 2020. Biggest injuries, he said, he has pointed to Ami Pineda, while Leffy, just because they're a side that likes to push up through the central midfield. Lost their creative forces with that this season. They have a limited bench tonight as well, just 5 players there. Even their backup goalkeeper, Tim Trilk, going down this week at training. He's not available on the bench. Just Alex Mangles out there today in terms of keepers. So his team is a lot better than 6th. He's hoping they finish in at least 4th here with a result down the line in City Stadium. Light rain beginning to fall here in City Stadium. Kind of dreary look as we prepared for the match for you tonight. End of October. Doyle flicks it over. Can this be rescued? No, it cannot. Throw in near the corner flag for Richmond as Luke Pavone heads over. '11th start of the season for Pavone after he only made 4 appearances off the bench last year for David Bulow. Stepped up here for Sawatsky in 2020. Cuomo on the run, can't get to it, brought down. This is back over to Chattanooga. Here's Hurst down the left wing, flicks it in, Zacharias there, into the box, fires, and just misses that back post. Almost the opener for the Red Wolves on the road. Another look. Fires this just wide. Fitzgerald almost getting a touch. Back on the attack again, the Red Wolves. Zacharias again, lays it off, fired, cleared. Akwe comes to the rescue, his 8th block of the season. Now Quasele. Good movement. Wape. Drive less, so Elephant thinks you should pay less for your car insurance. Introducing their new work rate you can check out with Elephant Insurance. Foul called. Zakwe comes back to his feet. Yellow
Yellow
card
card
as well.
issued to Richmond's number 18, Wahab Akwe, in the 26th minute.
And the tackle there, transition against the Red Wolves. Ricketts down the sideline. Third yellow of the season for Akwe. He's a goal kick. Goal kick here for Fitzgerald. Out of play. Here's back central. CBS 6 is a proud partner of the Richmond Kickers. For complete weather coverage, watch Chief Meteorologist Zach Daniel weeknights and meteorologist Tom Patton on CBS 6 this morning. CBS 6, your weather authority. Offsides flag is up as we continue action. Now Ruiz building ahead here in the 28th minute. Ricketts open. Endline puts it in. It's still alive. Saved by Fitzgerald. Oh, what a stop. The veteran keeper is standing on his head tonight. Greg Hurst, a brief talking to as well. Let's take another look at the save. on the doorstep. Hurst puts it right at Fitzgerald, and he knocks it away. Such a tough stop. It's the second on target tonight for Chattanooga, second for Fitzgerald. Still nothing on the board in terms of shots for Richmond. Richmond stepping up. Quisele tackles the ball ahead. Now Bolduc on the left side making the switch there. And Mwape. Bounce back and forth, give the defenders something different to look at. Ruiz. Soto stepping up. Ramos from deep fires. We've seen him hit that before, but that one well off target as we hit our hydration break presented by Woodfin. For the very best in home comfort, cool off with Woodfin, your home team.
This hydration break is brought to you
As we hit
by
this
Woodfin.
hydration break,
For the very best in
unfortunately,
home comfort,
soccer
cool off
community
with
here in the
Woodfin,
United States
your
mourning
home team.
a great loss in Darrell Grove, one of the hosts of the Total Soccer Show based out of Richmond, Virginia, and a member of the Kickers family. I did not know Darrell Grove personally, but if you look on social media this last day, this last week, so much support, and he has meant so much to the soccer community. That brings me back to the quote by Stuart Scott at the 2014 ESPYs. When you die, it does not mean that you lose to cancer. You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and in the manner in which you live. And I think that's what we have all seen in his impact on social media in the past day and the well wishes, not only in the United States, but internationally for Darrell Grove. And we share that with our entire production team across all of our League One broadcasts tonight. We're thinking of you, his friends and family, the Richmond community, the entire soccer community, as we mourn this great loss here in Darrell Grove. You see the Red Army showing their support for the friends and family of Darrell, as he was a regular here to make an appearance at City Stadium. I know it's something that is on the mind of everyone at City Stadium tonight as they cheer on the Kickers in what they hope will be a spot in the final as we head into the 32nd now. Still 0-0 against Chattanooga. They've given up a few chances, but all that matters, it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. And two, frankly, huge saves by that man, Akira Fitzgerald. Now Ruiz. At this point, Chattanooga, their line of confrontation at midfield about. They've been able to thwart Richmond pretty well. Now ball over the top. Here come the Red Wolves into the box. Goes down. Not enough there for a PK perhaps. Now a foul called as Zacharias lunges out there. You see the umbrellas going up here at City Stadium as that light rain begins to fall. And a foul called on that collision in the air. Gianluca Cuomo making his 4th start of the season, but up top here today. There's the big scorer line right now. 6-0 in terms of shots. 2 of those on target for Chattanooga, both by Hurst. He is hungry tonight to find a goal. He was a big threat in the Golden Boot race to Terzaghi early on before he hit an injury spell on their trip to Fort Lauderdale. Now Bolduc. Kraft, another one of the main creators this year for Richmond. Ruiz, he's been doing damage at that forward spot so far, intercepting the ball once again. Over the top, here comes Richmond. Mwape there, stops it. Plays it in and saved on the sharp angle by Mangles. Not too much threat there against the veteran keeper. So far, leading Chattanooga in interceptions to this point is actually Uzo at left back. Bleda told us this week he felt Chattanooga was the better side on the day in their previous win over Richmond, and including in the first half when they were down 1-0 at halftime. He thought they still had the better of the chances and the confidence to get it done. They did, of course. Felt they didn't do enough to create the chances to get the 3 points against Madison last Saturday. So far today, they've surely done enough. Now can they find that goal? Both players down, and a foul is called by Daniel Chesky. Of course, I'd like to welcome everyone tuning in on CBS 6.3 locally in Richmond, along with all those tuning in on ESPN Plus. I'm sure quite a few fan bases. The stakes of this match. Omaha and North Texas trying to get into the final as well, but their chances rely on this result being either a draw or a loss. Headed out of play. Ball knocked back the other way, out of play. Fans, make sure to follow the Richmond Kickers, Chattanooga Rebels, and the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN Plus. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Hurst fires, make it 3 for 3 on saves against Greg Hurst by Fitzgerald. That turning out to be quite the battle tonight. Back on the attack, go the Red Wolves. Ricketts, and the Red Wolves reset after that shot right off of Fitzgerald. Of course, that Mwape chance from the right side, the first shot of the match for Richmond. A shot on goal at that, as Mangles had to make the save. He gets a touch here. Lofted ball down the right side. Ricketts on the run, the Chattanooga native. Cleared by Thompson. Elephant Insurance is a proud supporter of the Richmond Kickers. When you're working from home, you drive less, so Elephant thinks you should pay less for your car insurance. Introducing their new work-from-home discount. See how Elephant can help you save by starting your quote today at elephant.com. Red Army in song despite the rain. As Fitzgerald takes that one in, having an excellent match to keep Richmond alive. Up and out of play. It's a throw-in. Uzo. 4 interceptions on the day already. Cleared out of play by Pavone. Sending that one into the crowd. Back where we started. Stay with us in a few minutes as we'll have the Bond Score halftime report for you. We'll give you some highlights from the season. Terzaghi currently at the Golden Boot lead entering this weekend. He's on the bench today. Hurst and Ricky Lopez-Espin nearby him right now, 3 off the pace of his 10 goals this year. And then, of course, the storylines entering tonight's action to come. 2 games at 8, and then 1 at 8:30, all those times Eastern time zone. As Ruiz takes us in. Omaha welcoming in Fort Lauderdale CF to Warner Park. And then, of course, this long chance comes in. Another save by Fitzgerald. Pounce on it. Tough one to judge as he brought it in. And of course, at 8:30, it's North Texas and Tormenta doing battle. Tormenta, big win on this field last Saturday. Then a 4-0 victory over New England Revolution 2 Wednesday night at Irk Russell Park. Looking good under Ian Cameron, new head coach. Foul called. Free kick here for the Kickers. Let's see what they can make of it. Is this the opportunity they've been waiting for? Wape, Kraft over the ball. Wape 1 assist this season. Kraft leads the team with 4, along with created chances with 18. He'll take it. Kraft lofts it in there, left side, falls and cleared by Ramos. Ball stays with the Kickers though, Pavone on it. Bolduc. Venter maybe getting a little too close for comfort for Mangles. Seemed like he was easily going to grab that, but ended up being more of a 50-50 ball. Tough one to judge. Uzo the throw-in. Talking to from Chesky. Zacharias. Doyle. Thompson, good turn, wins it back. The foul as well. Fitzgerald sends us into the night. See if either of these sides can strike just before halftime. Get some momentum. Thompson and the kickers looking to do just that. Good turn by Bolduc. Here comes Bolduc. Lays it off. Thompson on the run. Thompson. Quasele, top of the match. Quasele! Into the crowd. Great opportunity there, but lofted it a bit too high. Player out of Seattle, Washington. Someone Sawatsky knows from youth soccer days. To Humboldt State and Barry University. We're playing in Spain most recently. Now with the kickers. Zacharias, Uza. Cut down by Pavone, foul call. Not too much we're hearing in terms of stoppage time. If nothing changes, we should be looking at 2 minutes.
The fourth official indicating 2 additional minutes, 2 added minutes.
And there it is. Falk. Mangles. Two minutes of UCrop stoppage time here at City Stadium. Still 0-0, Chattanooga and Richmond. Their second meeting of the season. Here's Soto trying to get through the traffic. Uzo, service in. Ruiz splitting the defenders, goes down, and there's the call, free kick. Key opportunity here for the Red Wolves before halftime hits. And the absolute stone design replay. Ruiz going down. It's Thompson and Bolduc. Hurst, Ruiz over there for now with the two-man wall in front of them. Ball sent in, back post, another save! Fitzgerald once again here in this first half. Incredible play from the keeper. That's save number 5 in our first 45. Hurst taking this quarter kick. Ball lofted in, knocked away on the punch by Fitzgerald, and that's all for our first half. 0-0 on the scoreline. Chattanooga with the better chances, but so far it's Richmond with the keeper playing like a wall out there. 5 saves for Fitzgerald as we get things going here in City Stadium. What a first half performance for the veteran. Mangles and Chattanooga, though, the better of the chances to this point. 9 shots, 5 on target. We'll see if they can continue that into the second half. For now, though, it's 0-0 on the scoreline as we get set for our Bonsecourt halftime report. And Richmond, again, they just need a win, and they are in. Right now, though, they are trying to get those offensive chances going. Haven't been able to. We'll see if they can in the second half. 0-0 at City Stadium. Bon Score halftime report next.
You are the center of a universe. That's what we've learned in 160 years serving our community. Everybody means the world to someone. So when you're in here, or if someday you find yourself in here, and when all you can think about is the world that revolves around you, we'll be a world that revolves around you too. Bon Secours, healthcare for the universe of you.
When building our home, I knew that the stone was going to be the absolute foundation to our house. I knew it needed to be durable, but also I wanted it to be beautiful. I love working with Absolute Stone Design because their customer service is top-notch, their staff is super friendly, and most of all, they truly care.
Come explore Absolute Stone Design's reimagined showroom, featuring our all-new shower and flooring galleries. No dream home is complete without Absolute Stone Design.
Sunny 92.3, music that makes you feel good.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet.
James and Kim in the morning.
I don't wanna know who's taking you.
And the best variety of your music.
Turn the radio on.
Today's Sunny 92.3.
Making things easier for you has never been more important. At Atlantic Union Bank, here's what that means. Pull up to our drive-thru, where service meets safety. With debit card controls, turn your personal card off if you suspect fraud, then turn it back on when everything's okay. And remember our free identity theft resolution services, because hackers never rest. Just a few ways we make banking easier. Learn more at AtlanticUnionBank.com.
Welcome into our Bon Secours halftime report here from City Stadium. Halftime between Chattanooga and Richmond. All but a short thing at this point. Emiliano Terzaghi has been bagging goals all season. He sits at the top of the Golden Boot race as we enter the final day of action here today. And barring any heroics from Greg Hurst and Ricky Lopez-Espin here tonight, he should get the Golden Boot award by the end of the weekend. And Terzaghi, a player that Darren Sawatzki, to his credit, brought to us from Argentina, out of the blue, came out scoring goals against Greenville early on this season and kept on going from there. A player that spent time at Banfield under Almeida, now the San Jose head coach in MLS, and someone that came in, showed his leadership early for the Richmond Kickers among a newer group under Darren Sawatzki, along with some familiar faces from last year. Didn't know his English too well early on, but Sawatzki said throughout the season grew into it and became even more of a leader as the season went on. But look at these numbers this year, with even the shots taken tying the league lead at this point, and led Richmond on one of the best runs of the season early to midway through this regular season. And they continue that form until now, headed hopefully towards the final in their regard as we head into the second half here from City Stadium. Well, Terzaghi and the Richmond Kickers getting set to come out for the second half, but for you, we'll have USL League One news and notes to come on the other side of this break as we continue our Bon Secours halftime report.
Most auto insurers love when you have two cars, and they love it even more when you have a driveway full, because they get to charge you more. At Elephant Insurance, we believe the more cars you have, the more you save. We call it the Elephant Multi-Car Discount. It's like buying in bulk, and you can save up to 25%. Take control of your car insurance. Quote online today and see what you can save at elephant.com.
Takes a shot, and it's in the back of the net.
And a diving stop.
Looks the goal, shoots it. Unbelievable.
Save made.
Unbelievable. Makes the save.
Oh, what a goal.
Knocked away.
It's in the back of the net.
What a goal there.
And pushed aside.
Trying to pick up the top corner. It's in off the post. What a hit that is! And blocked on his left foot. Liati, saved by Jay.
Rodriguez Shoots it in there, headed free, and shot and put in! Oh, what a goal! It's Burgess in his second appearance for North Texas SC. Angle last year. Fires it on that huge save by Fitzgerald.
Carbon copies of each other. It's a matter of who will score first. Maybe it's here, the shot, and that will be the first goal. Fox, volley by Vignal, still loose. Micheletto tries something incredible and nearly has it. To the save at full stretch by Marancio.
Welcome back here into City Stadium. Let's check out news and notes from around USL League One. It's been kind of a note for a few weeks now. Greenville clinching that one final spot a few weeks ago. Then they clinched home field advantage. So the final will be Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, ESPN Plus. ESPN Deportes, who will be there with them. We know about the kickers. And if they fall here in the second half, then Omaha, North Texas, they will step on up. Try to take advantage of that as we head further into the action. Good news here for Tucson. They don't get a match this weekend. They ended their season last weekend. But Josh Cohn, a great brace with two benders around OCB to get a victory for Tucson at home to end out the season. Congratulations to John Gallus and his whole squad in their first season here under his helm. A great look for them out there at Keno North Stadium this year. Well, let's take a look at some of the drama, to say the least, on Wednesday night. Talking about Hart Park, Arturo Rodriguez grabbed from behind by the TFC2 loanee Ovalle. Was it in the box? Was it out of the box? We go with in the box after a brief discussion by the head officials. It was 0-0 entering that moment. North Texas needed a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. There it is. The League One MVP from a year ago. He put it in, and their hopes stay alive entering tonight. They need some help from Omaha and Richmond, but still, there's a chance if they get a win. So there are our results right there from Wednesday. 3 matches on the board. Not pictured. Orlando falling to Richmond. And then earlier today, Greenville with the 4-1 victory over Orlando City B, solidifying themselves as the regular season champions. Our 3 other matches right there for you later on tonight, about to get going actually in some cases. Standings to finish out the year, 35 points. Greenville triumph with 11 wins, 13 goal differential. And then, of course, Richmond, Omaha, North Texas. Who wants to step on up as we head deeper into the night? Let's see if Richmond can do it here in the second half and get that win done to not have to worry about those matches later on. Here a look at the profiles for each side that remains. Omaha taking on Jason Kreis in Fort Lauderdale. Jason Kreis is from Omaha. That would be quite the story if he's able to topple the Owls in our matchup that is about to kick off. In the North Texas taking on Tormenta in the Dallas metro area. Well, all those matches, they could matter or maybe not. The kickers will have their say in that in the next 45 minutes as we bring highlights and stats your way as we continue our Bon Secours halftime report.
You are the center of a universe. That's what we've learned in 160 years serving our community. Everybody means the world to someone. So when you're in here, or if someday you find yourself in here, and when all you can think about is the world that revolves around you, we'll be a world that revolves around you too. Bon Secours, healthcare for the universe of you.
When building our home, I knew that the stone was going to be the absolute foundation to our house. I knew it needed to be durable, but also I wanted it to be beautiful. I love working with Absolute Stone Design because their customer service is top-notch, their staff is super friendly, and most of all, they truly care.
Come explore Absolute Stone Design's reimagined showroom featuring our all-new shower and flooring galleries. No dream home is complete without Absolute Stone Design.
My husband was laid off. We bought a house a week before. Sorry.
We're doing everything that we can, but I would just ask people to be patient.
Patience has run thin for people trying to collect their unemployment. Our station has been flooded with emails from viewers trying to get help, like this one. I've been calling for weeks since the end of March, basically every single day. CBS 6 is committed to holding state leaders accountable because you deserve a response.
Making things easier for you has never been more important. At Atlantic Union Bank, here's what that means. Pull up to our drive-thru, where service meets safety. With debit card controls, turn your personal card off if you suspect fraud, then turn it back on when everything's okay. And remember our free identity theft resolution services, because hackers never rest. Just a few ways we make banking easier. Learn more at AtlanticUnionBank.com.
Welcome back here into City Stadium as we finish off our Bon Secours halftime report with highlights and stats here from Richmond, Virginia. 0-0 at the break as we check out our first half highlights presented by Elephant Insurance. Well, the story of the first half, to say the least, was, well, Kira Fitzgerald. He had 5 saves in total as he was able to block away the Red Wolves from any attack. See Dietrich here running in, that ball going a little bit wide of the target as Hurst was chopped down. Hurst has been responsible for most of the chances so far for the Red Wolves as they threaten the final third against Fitzgerald and the Kickers in the first 45. Now in the 28th minute, Ruiz getting things going near the top of the formation. Ricketts looking over, good look, and then point-blank save by Fitzgerald against Greg Hurst, who can't find the back of the net again. Then it was Richmond. They would see a few chances, but this one going into the crowd. Quaselli, open room, the top, but couldn't get that cut back over on the shot in there. Great opportunity in first half stoppage time as Ruiz won the free kick here against Bolduc and Kraft for the opportunity just before the break. Ruiz puts this in there. Watch the save by Fitzgerald. That was curling in towards goal, and Fitzgerald makes his 5th save of the match right there in the first 45. He's headed for a career night here. 9 shots, 5 on target for the Rebels. They still have 0 on the scoreboard. Richmond, 0 on the scoreboard. And just the 1 shot on target. Mwape, tight angle against Mangles. He made the save, of course. These first half stats presented by BioLife Plasma Services. Alright, we're hearing Sawatsky making a couple of subs to start off the second half. Maybe ignite that offense. If you've watched Richmond this season, you know that this 18 he has on the bench, they have some offensive firepower. We'll see what they can bring as we kick off this second half.
When they fight against COVID-19, please join everyone at City Stadium as we give a 15-second round of applause for those healthcare.
And we're hearing that the players coming on, Olex Anderson, who scored on Wednesday against OCB, Jonathan Bolaños, the winger, who has 2 goals this season, and Greg Bain making his 10th appearance of the season. Out will come Quasele, Cuomo, and Mwape. Certainly a change there in the lineup. Anderson looked really good at the top of the formation to kick things off.
Brought to you by Ryback Insurance.
Against OCB when he came off the bench, splitting defenders with his speed and getting things going. As we get the monitor going here, and there it is, Greg Bain coming on. Native of Cincinnati, went to VCU in college. Richmond, of course, simple, a win, and they are into the final to face Greenville for what would be a 3rd time in their Bon Secours Cup rivalry this season. Both those sides seeing a win in that battle. Greenville to start the season 3-2 at Legacy Early College, and then Richmond on this field 2-1 later on in the campaign. In the League One final, Friday night, 8 p.m., ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes. Whistles blown by Chesky, and we're running second half here from City Stadium. And a throw-in for Chattanooga. Again, I'm Chris McCormick, happy to have you with us Final day of the regular season here in the 2020 USL League One campaign. 3 teams still with a shot at it. Richmond, Union Omaha, and North Texas vying for the opportunity to take on the Triumph in the League One final Friday night. Richmond in control, a win and they are in, a draw or a loss to Chattanooga. We have a lot of scenarios then to go through for the other two sides. Omaha kicking off at 8 p.m. coming up. Anderson cuts it back over, chance comes, saved by Mangles. All those substitutions that came on for the kickers presented by Rybeck Insurance. Second save of the day for Mangles. Better build up there on that play for the kickers. Just the 2 shots, 1 on target in the first half. Chattanooga, of course, trying to play spoiler. They cannot make that final now. And certainly spoil it, though, for Richmond, of course. Union Omaha coming up. Will start at 8 p.m. Eastern time against Fort Lauderdale CF, a team they defeated 3-2 a few weeks ago. Chattanooga win or Chattanooga getting a draw is needed, though, for Omaha to stay alive. And North Texas will kick off 8:30 p.m. Eastern time against Tormenta. Missed challenge by Falla. Here's Bain. Tops in, sends it in there. Anderson steps forward, touches it, brought down by Doyle, but no call as the stop comes. Now Chattanooga back the other way, numbers ahead. Greg Hurst on the run. Zacharias in the middle, lays it off. Hurst cuts back over. Doyle fires, and another save by Fitzgerald, number 6 on the night. Can't make this up, a career night so far, it seems, for Fitzgerald. Another look on the Absolute Stone Design replay. Hurst laying it off for Doyle, fires, and Fitzgerald full-length stop to his right. Talking to here with Ramos from our head official, Danielle Chesky. Ranius laying it off, had a brace on this field against OCB recently. Good look here, headed on, but Hurst is right there towards the end line. Cuts back over, Greg Hurst still looking, fires, blocked by Aquay. Another chance, Dietrich can't hit it home. And now Olex Anderson trying to lead the attack, he gives it up. What a defensive effort tonight for the Richmond Kickers. Now Anderson around the outside, Kraft in the middle. What a run by Anderson. He goes down and a foul is called against the former Seattle Sounder. That's the second block tonight for Aquay. Didn't see who blocked the Dietrich shot, but that was a cannon. Hurst is cut in there from the wing. That was dangerous. Greg Hurst having quite the night so far. Can't find the net just yet. 2 created chances, 5 shots, 3 on target. About 1 week from Halloween. And the Clowns coming out today here to support the Kickers as that ball is squirted wide. Now Chattanooga back on the attack. Good stop by Venter. He's brought down. Free kick. Pavone. They're right back today. Ramos. Hurst is right there to poach the ball, but forces the long one instead. Throw in for Chattanooga. Swatsky telling his players to get up the field, press a bit. Bit of a 4-2-3-1 look now with Olix Anderson dictating things at the top of the formation. Kraft at the 10. Bolaños on the right with Bolduc on the left. Lofted ball. Doyle does get a header to it. And out of danger for the Red Wolves. Here's Uzo down the left flank. Pokes it free. Back to the kickers. Falk brought down by Soto. Looks like Richmond took it quickly and then they wanted it taken back. The spot of the foul, but play goes on here in the 53rd. Ruiz stays on his feet out wide. Akwe the block. Getting the interception. Doyle a touch. Hold up, good turn. Build up possession, looking a lot better in the second half for the kickers. Anderson, the run to the end line. Anderson plays it over. Solai Bolduc, top of the box, fires with a curler, but it goes well wide. On a platter there. Kickers already matching their shot total from the first half in the first 8 minutes of the second half. So that ball goes out of play. Uzo. Akwe. Falk goes down. Advantage played. Bolduc quick turn. Blocked by Soto. Now Akwe. Overall, Chattanooga, the majority of chances. Those numbers much closer for the second half. The first about 10 minutes of action. Richmond has bounced back with these 3 substitutions at halftime. Much deeper bench today than that of Chattanooga. We'll see if that takes a toll in the second half. Chattanooga does have Marky Hernandez waiting on the bench, who was the difference maker, it seems, with 2 assists in the comeback victory 2-1 against Richmond on September 12th. Ramos. Doyle plays it ahead. Weak side to Uzo. Cut away by Pavone. Uzo taking his time here in the final third. Hurst. Dietrich. Not a good angle there to take the shot. Ricketts falls free there. Put on a platter for Hurst. Ruiz, a nice little touch out of play, throw-in. The 2020 League One season concludes in historic fashion with the league's first national TV broadcast. Don't miss the top 2 teams in the league compete for the 2020 League One title on both ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes at 8 p.m. Eastern Friday night. Richmond a win. They are into that final against Greenville. Either way, a side is headed to the upstate of South Carolina to take on John Harkes and the Triumph. A loss or a draw today by Richmond, that opens the door for Union Omaha and also North Texas SC, the defending champions, still a chance. Rain continues to fall a bit here at City Stadium. Cleared up by Ramos. This will stay in play. Anderson, the touch, grab from behind, not up there for a foul. Ruiz, here's Doyle. Hurst on the run. Hurst still there. Fitzgerald off his line, played in. It's in. Greg Hurst finds another, and it's Chattanooga on top here in the second half. Number 8 on the year, his first goal in the run of play since the end of August. Stayed onside, and Fitzgerald just couldn't get there before the striker sped on by.
Chattanooga goal scored by number 11.
Fitzgerald has stood on his head tonight, but it's still the Red Wolves that strike first. Greg Hurst on the board, 1-0 to Chattanooga. The Owls and the defending champions will cheer on that goal all night as we head back to the middle of the field. The Richmond Kickers back line caught up the field a bit too much there. Bolaños meets Uzo. Bolaños goes down and no call. Out of play, throw into the Kickers. Out of play, goal kick over to Chattanooga. Richmond has looked so strong in the second half. At their strongest moment in the game, fortunately give up the goal. But still plenty of time in this match for sure. Venter. High press from the Red Wolves. Right into the arms of Sawatsky. Here we go, Thompson. Foul is called on the advantage played.
And this is your last call for adult beverages. All sales stop after the 70th minute. Last call for adult beverages.
Long ball, Uzo on the run. Service in, cleared on the volley by Akwe. What an opportunity. Greg Hurst opening the box again. It's Chattanooga with the corner kick here. Hurst will take it. Sent in, headed down, but wide by Ricketts. Goal kick. A spot in the USL Championship Final is on the line next weekend with the Championship Conference Finals going on tonight. Be part of the conversation and watch every match, every goal, every save, and every celebration on ESPN Plus on the way to the USL Championship Final November 1st at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. You can catch all your League One action tonight, but keep in mind the USL Championship playoffs continue. Is Tampa Bay on the road against Louisville going on right now, and then 10:30 Eastern time, it'll be El Paso on the road against Phoenix. Foul call, back the other way we go with the kickers. Omaha, Fort Lauderdale about to get underway as we watch this tackle and the Absolute Stone Design replay against Falk. Madison and New England Revolution 2 also going on. About to get going in 4 minutes. In Wauwatosa. Long ball. Thompson gives it a go. Ricketts there. Stayed in play just barely. It's going to stay in play. And line put in. Anderson there, but a tip away by Mangles. Free kick as well. What an effort there by Thompson. That nearly gave Anderson the opportunity to put one in as the equalizer. Here's Kraft. Lofts it in. Bulldog. Cross in over everyone, headed, it's in! Anderson finds the equalizer! 1-1 here at City Stadium. His second goal of the week. That one makes it equal on the scoreline and sends the Red Army cheering. Let's take a look. How about Bulldog keeping this play alive? Lofted in, and Anderson with Mangles caught in no man's land. Aquay and Anderson there, unmarked. And it's the former Sounder that puts it in. That goal presented by Anderson and Elephant Insurance.
Departing the match for Chattanooga, number 19.
Zacharias coming off.
Zacharias.
And here is Marky Hernandez. 4 assists, 3 goals this season, 12 created chances. Obleda called him explosive off the bench in the previous matchup between these two sides, getting 2 assists. Can he add a similar flavor here tonight as a Ryback Insurance substitution? Well, that's a game changer, 1-1. And Richmond feeling some momentum here. Anderson has had a tough road to this point. Sawatsky told us in our call this week. Made 16 appearances for the Seattle Sounders after coming up through Seattle 2 in USL. Years ago, 2015 with them and 2016 with the Sounders. Of course, Seattle winning the MLS Cup that year. He unfortunately went down with a knee injury the day before the match he was set to appear in. He couldn't play. Took him a while to get back fully healthy, playing in his native country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where he is an international player as well. Now fully fit, getting back into his prime. scoring twice this week. Major goals for Richmond, and now puts them in line to maybe find another and head to a league final. Anderson again. Hold up play against Ramos. Goes down. No, he stayed on his feet. Over to Bolduc. Pavone fires it in on a cross. Kraft the header, but off balance and off the mark. But a good thought again. Elephant Insurance is a proud supporter of the Richmond Kickers. When you're working from home, you drive less, so Elephant thinks you should pay less for your car insurance. Introducing their new work-from-home discount. See how Elephant can help you save by starting your quote today at elephant.com. Foul from behind, contact by Bame. It's a free kick to Chattanooga here in the 67th. Bolaños cutting upfield. Anderson back heel. Can play alive. No foul called. Anderson beside himself over that. And a physical battle between him and the center backs since coming on. Here's Thompson. Ball sent ahead. On the run. Bolaños cuts it back. Kraft fires, but over the target. What a great idea by the winger. Kraft nearly put it in. He keeps that down. It's right at goal. Fooling Uzo, but it's put over. There's Soto. Doyle. Good run out wide. Ricketts in space. Cut down by Bolduc. Paula. Past Uzo with some heat. Back to Richmond. Free kick to the Red Wolves. Looks like we will have a sub as well, presented by Ryback Insurance. Ro Pineda coming on. He's played in a number of positions, a bit of a utility man. Holding mid, attacking mid, and center forward this season for Chattanooga. 2 assists total. Uzo will come out. We'll see how they adjust things. Ruiz may be headed to the back line. That would be the typical look for Obleda and the Red Wolves this season. As Uzo comes off after making his second start of the season. Again, this substitution presented by Ryback Insurance. On comes Pineda, 24-year-old out of California, for this free kick. And it will be Ruiz headed for the back line at the left back spot, it seems. "20 minutes left to define this match. Richmond and Chattanooga. Richmond just needing a win, and they are into the final. Chattanooga trying to play spoiler. Now Doyle plays it in, cleared. Ruiz. He'll send a cross in. Headed away by Akwe. He's had a few big clearances today. Pavone knocks it down as he is knocked down. Free kick. Talking to between Doyle and Chesky. No look here on the replay. See what happened. Just a late collision as Pavone, the right back today, went down. CBS 6 is a proud partner of the Richmond Kickers. For complete weather coverage, watch Chief Meteorologist Zach Daniel weeknights and meteorologist Tom Patton on CBS 6 this morning. CBS 6, your weather authority. Now Hurst. Good turn by the striker. They'll stay with the Red Wolves. Union Omaha and Fort Lauderdale CF underway at Warner Park. Omaha, they need Richmond to draw or lose this match. Ball lofted over, Ruiz. Ties himself up there. There's Bolaños. Long ball. There is Anderson on the run. It falls right to him. He goes down, toppled by Falla, and a win a free kick. Anderson taking a moment to get to his feet. Kraft over the ball. A free kick from this spot built up that goal from Anderson before. And a cross in from the far side. They find something similar here in the 73rd. Kraft strikes, puts it in there, headed up, but out of play. It was Anderson again, rising up. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on SiriusXM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. Featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. SiriusXM FC, channel 157 on your SiriusXM radio and the SiriusXM app. We're your home as well for the League One final. Action Omaha just underway in about 20 minutes. Will be North Texas underway as well. But Richmond make those games matter a little less in the playoff stakes. With a win here today, they would be into the final with that second spot. Doyle pokes it through. Akwe, the attempted clearance. Not clear yet. Fired and off of Akwe. Out of play. Corner kick. Seemed like it was off his chest. We'll have to take a closer look. Let's see what happened. And it was off his face, off the cheek. What a play. Once again, a big block by Akwe. I believe that's his third of the match. Ball played over. Ruiz tried to lay it over on a cross, blocked the other way. Missed completely by Pavone. Here comes Chattanooga again. Hernandez plays it in. Headed down and out of play by Akwe, corner kick. Another opportunity for Marky Hernandez in Chattanooga. He has to stand in front of the Red Army, though. We'll be hearing the noise here. Ball lofted in, a laser, in fact. Knocked out of play back where we started by Thompson. Ball sent in, knocked down by Ricketts. Goal kick. As we had our hydration break here, presented by Woodfin. For the very best in home comfort, cool off with Woodfin, your home team. Well, let's take a look at how we got here with our 2 goals so far in our action. Both here in the second half. We start with Chattanooga getting on the board. Greg Hurst, number 8 on the year, breaking through, and past Fitzgerald. Great touch, and it's in. 1-0 to Chattanooga, just like that, out of halftime. And then it was the kickers. Kraft in there, but Bolda keeps the play alive with this cross in. Anderson on the doorstep, and in it goes. And with that, let's take a look at our playoff scenarios, of course. A win here, goal in the last few minutes, Richmond's in. Beyond that, it gets complicated. Union Omaha could be in with a draw if they take care of business against Fort Lauderdale. And then if both those sides, Richmond and Omaha, don't take care of business, North Texas, the door is open for the defending champions. Try to find another title this season. Players back out onto the field as we finish off our Woodfin hydration break. This Richmond Kickers game is sponsored in part by Atlantic Union Bank. If you're ready to bank better, visit AtlanticUnionBank.com or a branch today. Member FDIC.
Departing the match, number 98, Wiley Kraft. Entering the game is number 32, Emiliano.
Terzaghi has arrived. In he comes for Kraft in this Rybeck Insurance substitution. Unavailable on Wednesday against Orlando. He's in tonight in the 78th to try to be that poacher, to find that winning goal to send Richmond to the title match. He has played that number 10 role for a majority of the season, just under the striker. He will do it again here behind Anderson as Chattanooga gets the ball here in the 79th. Pineda. Lofts it in, didn't get contact, and there it is to Fitzgerald. Down the field we go. Ramos plays it on back, but it's a pass back. Bengals has to clear it. Things opening up at City Stadium. Now Pavone looking downfield. Bulldog cuts back over. Bulldog still. Matt Bulldog fires! And a diving stop by Mangles. A good thought there by the winger. Tackle out of play. Marky Hernandez winning a throw-in for the away side. Another sub to come here, presented by Rybeck Insurance. And will be Stanley Alves, who scored on Wednesday, in for Scott Thompson. Numbers pushing up the field for Richmond with that sub. Final change of the match for Richmond. As the Boston native comes on, looking to find another tally. Hernandez, the quick turn. Hernandez cuts back over. Can't get it out of play once again. Back to the kickers. Headed out of play. Richmond ball. Touch to the head there of Alves. Free kick to the kickers here in the 81st. Two-man wall for the Red Wolves. Falk over the ball. Ball lofted in, brought down, powered, but off the target. Deflection, we have a corner kick. Amazingly, that's the first corner of the match for Richmond. Let's look at the Absolute Stone Design replay. I can understand the appeal for a handball there. Not something easily seen out of that pack, though. We have the advantage of slow-mo replay here. Falk puts it in, headed away at the near post. Knocked free, Hurst. Pineda ahead of him. So is Hernandez. Cross in, cleared by Akwe. Falk, Terzaghi. Lofted ahead, Anderson on the run. Off of Ramos, back to Anderson, goes down, out of play. And it's a goal kick. Let's take a look at the replay. Anderson appealing for a corner kick. Goal kick to Chattanooga. Out of play. Good bodying there by Bame. To the end line he goes. It stayed in play with Dietrich. Ramos will power this out of danger. Venter back. So at the moment, bit of a three-back. Venter, Pavone, and Akwe staying back for Richmond. Everyone else far forward up the field. They know the stakes of finding another goal as Mangles gets this right back. Bolaños. Venter over the top. Bolduc. Ramos another big boot. And now Fitzgerald gets in on the action. Down goes Falk. We'll see what comes of this as well. It is a card.
Yellow card issued to Chattanooga number 20, Mark.
It is issued to Marky Hernandez. His fourth of the season. Falk hobbling a bit, but he'll take this free kick. Lofted in there, Mangles off his line, grabs it, collides with Akwe. That's a foul. And gives Chattanooga a moment to pause the action. You saw it right there on your screen a moment ago. Richmond needs some help from Omaha. They are to draw this match and don't find that goal. Here's a replay of that late touch by Hernandez. Here's Bain. Looking downfield, plays it ahead, poked free. Anderson goes down, ball out of play. What's the call? It's a goal kick. To the dismay of the Red Army and the Richmond fans, let's take a look at what happened. Ramos and Anderson going after it. He's ruled a goal kick. Both teams headed for the corner, but it's Mangles sending it down the field and a throw in for Chattanooga. Out wide, here come the Red Wolves, looking for a late winner. Hernandez. Alves couldn't win it back against Doyle. Still fighting in there, now Hurst. Ball back over. Hernandez cuts it around, goes down, not enough there. Chesky does not give the PK. But Chattanooga getting it right back, and there's a foul. Venter clearing that straight up into the air. This will go out. Good chunk of stoppage time to come here at City Stadium, I'll just say that. Out of play. Foul called. Anderson bodied from behind. That should be a yellow card on Ro Pineda. Indeed it will be. Yellow card number 6 of the season for Pineda. There it is, 5 minutes of stoppage time here at City Stadium.
5 minutes.
Presented by UCrop. Plenty of UCrop stoppage time to come. Can Richmond capitalize and get to a league final with a goal here late? Foul called. And there's another card, this time to Bame. Another look here on the contact. Chopping him down from behind. Now Hernandez. Pineda. Lofted all the way to the other side. Nothing there. Red Wolves get the throw in. Goal kick. About 3 minutes remaining in our stoppage time. Anderson the touch, Soto on the run, so is Ramos. Here comes Hurst. Hernandez lofts it in, back post. Brought down by Ramos, headed up by Bame. Fitzgerald would have had it, it seems. Stays in play nonetheless. Put in, Hernandez! What a strike! Brilliant on the first touch. He was the dagger in the previous meeting, and he is once again, this time scoring a goal.
Stoppage time goal scored by number 20.
What a ball, what a finish. Chattanooga causing an earthquake here in League One. Number 4 in the year for Marky Hernandez. And Richmond, they shoved numbers forward. They got their chances but couldn't put one in. And it's Chattanooga taking the lead with a similar scoreline to the last meeting. Chattanooga getting set for another substitution. Let's see what Richmond does here. Terzaghi fires. And it's a corner. Jaimez coming on for Hurst to burn a little bit more time out of this match.
Substitution leaving the match, number 11, Greg Hurst. Entering the game, number 6, Alexi Jaimez.
If this result stands, it would really make things interesting. Richmond would need Omaha to draw or lose, just to lose to Fort Lauderdale, and would need North Texas to draw or lose to Tormenta. Bolaños waiting for the go-ahead. Lofted in. Aquay was there, goes down. Ruiz now looking to clear it. He does. Lofted back over. Mangles off his line, punches it away. Bolaños gets there. Sent in on a laser, and it's only Chattanooga at the top of the box. Ball played back over, but Mangles not caught off his line. He grabs onto it. And it's Chattanooga that comes on the road and wins a huge result to end out their season. They play spoiler, they embrace it. And they leave the door open for Omaha and North Texas SC to enter the final. 2-1 victory. Marky Hernandez, the goal in stoppage time. What a finish to the season for the Red Wolves. Hearts broken here at City Stadium, as the Red Army now will have to rely upon Fort Lauderdale and Tormenta to get results in their matches to keep hopes alive for a final berth. Jimmy Obleda and the Red Wolves come on the road and get it done. Anderson made it a tight one till the end, though. Came off the bench. He's your man of the match, presented by Woodfin. Anderson getting his second goal of the week, but it's not enough to get the 3 points. And Chattanooga taking it to Richmond on the road today and getting the 3 points. Let's take a look at her save of the match as well. And Fitzgerald, I mean, you could choose a couple of them. He had 5 in just the first half. Your imposable pups. Save of the match there from Akir Fitzgerald. Stood on his head tonight. Still, unfortunately, Richmond giving up 2 goals. And the victory to Chattanooga. Big result for Chattanooga as they take down Richmond. We'll have highlights and stats for you coming up after this from City Stadium.
Even in a pandemic, ankles get sprained, ears get infected, falls happen. But in times like these, the thought of going to an urgent care can seem scarier than the injury itself. So we want you to know that we've taken extra precautions to keep you safe. This pandemic can stop a lot of things, but it can't stop us from being here for you. CHI Memorial Convenient Care.
With many of us working from home and driving less, isn't it time car insurance companies offer a discount for that? At Elephant Insurance, we do. Elephant's new work from home discount is simple. The more days you work from home, the bigger your discount. Elephant's easy online tools show you ways to save, helping you find dependable coverage that fits your needs. That's insurance on your terms. See how much you can save with Elephant's new work from home discount. Get a quote today at elephant.com.
Making things easier for you has never been more important. At Atlantic Union Bank, here's what that means. Pull up to our drive-thru, where service meets safety. With debit card controls, turn your personal card off if you suspect fraud, then turn it back on when everything's okay. And remember our free identity theft resolution services, because hackers never rest. Just a few ways we make banking easier. Learn more at AtlanticUnionBank.com.
Welcome back here to City Stadium. Unhappy faces here with the result not going their way. 2-1 to Chattanooga. A huge result for Jimmy Obleda on their side and a huge result for Omaha and North Texas. We'll get into that in a moment. But here, the final score, 2-1. Let's see how we got here with Chattanooga on top. All 3 goals in the second half. A lot of chances in the first half as we check out our full match highlights from City Stadium, presented by Elephant Insurance. Key chance right before the halftime break. Ruiz wins the free kick here on the near side. And it was Fitzgerald, once again, a brilliant save. He had 5 in just the first half to keep it 0-0, headed into halftime. Then it was Chattanooga that would strike first. Hurst running free, gets by Fitzgerald and puts it in. Number 8 on the year. Greg Hurst finding the net once again. He's up there in the Golden Boot race, now at second with that tally. Then in the 64th minute, Richmond, free kick. Bolda keeps the play alive. Great service in here and finds Olix Anderson his second goal of the week. Ties it up. A huge one for Richmond. But both sides wouldn't be done there. Richmond putting in the offensive forces as the second half went on. But it was Chattanooga in stoppage time with this giveaway on the pass from the back. Marky Hernandez, wide open run past Pavone, slides it on by Fitzgerald, and it's Chattanooga stealing the points on the road from the Richmond Kickers. If this night couldn't get more chaotic for you, now our BioLife Plasma Services full match stats. Richmond getting chances in the second half, bouncing back from a rough start. But Chattanooga, 8 shots on target. They get 2 goals from that, and they take the 3 points on the road. So Omaha and now North Texas, an open opportunity to jump into the League One final if they can get results tonight. Richmond, they still are alive, but they lost yesterday, but they need a loss by Union Omaha, and they need North Texas to either draw or lose to Tormenta. So Richmond fans, you still can make it to the final, but you need some help from Fort Lauderdale CF and South Georgia Tormenta FC. 2 teams that have gotten results this season that have looked very good down the stretch. So keep an eye on those as we continue our coverage from our entire production team headed deeper into the night. And here are those scenarios for you. Union Omaha has to lose to Fort Lauderdale as they are in the middle of their first half. North Texas SC just about to get underway against Tormenta at home. You need a big result from Ian Cameron and Tormenta to stay alive in this one. What a night. Emotions left and right. And a look at the updated standings. These are live right now. Union Omaha up at 27 points. It's currently even on the score line with Fort Lauderdale, 0-0 at Warner Park. North Texas would be at 25 points with a point here tonight. But if they get a win, they would tie with Omaha on points and also wins if Omaha is unable to get a result their way. They would be in trouble with North Texas getting a win tonight. Well, plenty of coverage to come your way here on ESPN Plus. Tune on over. Omaha, Fort Lauderdale in the first half, and North Texas and Tormenta in action coming up in just a few minutes. Chaos coming here tonight in League One. Chattanooga gets it done on the road, 2-1 over Richmond. Not ending their hopes just yet, but putting them in a dire situation down the stretch the rest of the night. For our entire crew, I'm Chris McCovic. Thank you for tuning in all season. League One final coming up for you Friday night in Greenville. Here it's 2-1 Chattanooga in our final match of the regular season from City Stadium. Have a great night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League, League One, cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League, League One.